One of the biggest rock bands in the world, Queen, was made infamous in the 20th century with lead vocalist Freddie Mercury at the forefront with his very famous voice. Back in 2011, the original surviving Queen members, Brian May and Roger Taylor, decided to put an official tribute band together. This is where Mr. Marc Martel became famous, uploading his viral audition to YouTube, singing the Queen classic, Somebody to Love.
Marc Martel, Somebody to Love audition. Here we go. Each morning I get up, I tie a little, can barely stand on my feet. Take a look.
From there, Mark toured with the official tribute band of Queen, the Queen Extravaganza. Appearing on the Ellen DeGeneres Show and performing as the lead vocalist on American Idol with Brian May and Roger Taylor, he has been an absolute success. His most recent solo album has been My Way, Volume 1, displaying his full range of vocals, which is truly breathtaking. Even so, making Celine Dion cry back in 2017 performing Somebody to Love. Currently touring Australia with the show The Ultimate Queen Celebration, singing Queen hits. You're listening to Youth Jukebox 2RRR with Liam and Matt. We have on the line Mr. Marc Martel. Marc, how are we today?
I'm very good. Good to talk to you guys.
Good to talk to you too. So you've been travelling around Australia recently. So you've been from Perth to the Gold Coast. Now you're performing in Sydney tonight. How are you finding Australia?
I love Australia. This is my third time here. My brother actually lives in Melbourne, so I've got lots of reasons to come here.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, tell me a bit about the show that you're doing.
Well, it's basically a greatest hits tribute to the music of Queen, and we are, I would dare be bold enough to say that we're the band that sounds the most like classic Queen that you'll ever hear.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just a fun, high-energy show, man. We have a lot of fun. We don't dress up. That's not our thing. We're all about the music. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Yes, yeah. We played Don't Stop Me, your cover of Don't Stop Me Now last week, which was, we couldn't believe how close it was. Like, you could hardly tell the difference. So I just wanted to know, when did you first realize that you sounded like Freddie Mercury?
I used to be in my own band for 13 plus years in the United States, and we also toured around all the way around the world. But probably my late 20s, in the early 2000s, is when my voice matured, and people started very, very regularly comparing me to Freddie Mercury. And so I had to go investigate who this artist was who was making me sound so unoriginal, because I actually did not even grow up listening to Queen. So but now they're a big part of my life.
Awesome. So you didn't realize that you sounded like Freddie Mercury because it's just your natural singing voice. You don't actually deliberately try to sound like him?
No, I mean, it was so funny. Like, when I was in my old band, it would become a joke. Like, how many people are going to tell me tonight that I sound like Freddie Mercury? Singing my own music, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes I would tell the band, tonight I'm going to try to sound as much not like Freddie Mercury as possible and see what happens. And it just, there's no getting away from it for me, so I've just embraced it.
So you were made famous in 2011 with your audition singing Somebody to Love. And then now you're found by Roger Taylor. What was it like performing on American Idol with Brian May and Roger Taylor?
Oh, it was a cool experience. So that was the Queen Extravaganza, which is the first tribute of Queen that I played in, and they're still around. And our very first performance ever in front of anyone was on American Idol, because Roger and Brian happened to be the guest coaches that week, and so they had us sort of debut the Queen Extravaganza on American Idol that week, and so yeah, they had a viewership of about 20 million people.
Wow!
And some of us in the band had less experience than others, so some were freaking out more than others. But yeah, it was a pretty wild experience to to be singing Queen and sharing the stage with Roger and Brian.
I know.
Having Steven Tyler right in front of me looking at me, and it's pretty wild.
Yeah, that is basically a dream of a lot of people,
definitely.
and you've lived that dream. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
I've read that you, in the upcoming biopic about Queen, about Freddie Mercury and all that, that you've helped out with your vocals. You've lent out your vocals to help with this upcoming film. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, well, it's like, I don't know if you read the Rolling Stone article, but I can definitely confirm that the voice of Freddie will be a mixture of Freddie Mercury recordings, Rami Malek, of course, who's playing Freddie, and of me.
Wow.
And, that's about all I can say about that right now.
Wow,
secrets.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you've recently released your own album, My Way, Volume 1, where you sing some real classics like Take On Me and Don't Stop Me Now, where you really do show your vocal talent. What was it like making such an album?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. You know, the reason I made that album, it's the first, besides Christmas music, it's the first album of covers I've ever put out. And I felt like there was quite a demand for a covers record on my Facebook page. And a couple years back, I asked my Facebook followers to give me some suggestions for songs that they would love to hear me cover. And I sort of cherry-picked the ones that I loved the most out of that list of about 200 songs. And, you know, I just picked songs that I've always loved the melody or as a song that's meaningful to me, you know. So it was a lot of fun, and they're all sort of my own takes on the songs without just trying to, you know, recreate them note for note.
Yeah. Well, it's really cool because my favourite song from that album is Don't Stop Me Now. You did such a good job from it. I walk up to my shops and all that, and I just play it on repeat. It's so good how you've added in all the new, you know, percussion and all that. I think it's a really good take on the song.
Well, thank you very much. That means a lot to me because that's actually the only one on the EP that I produced myself. So
Wow.
they're in my cap. Thank you, sir.
No, it's fantastic. I love it. Like, it is so good. Like, I just love that song, and what you've done to it just makes me love it even more.
Liam's a big Queen fan.
Oh, I'm a massive Queen fan. Love them. Tell me, so you're currently travelling around Australia covering Queen, performing in Sydney tonight. Tell us a bit where we can get tickets and all that.
Go to my website, marcmartelmusic.com, and that's Mark with a C. There's many places you can go. You can go to the Ultimate Clean Celebrations website, theultimatecleancelebration.com, but it's a lot shorter to type, marcmartelmusic.com. Yeah, all the info's there. I think we have a few tickets left for tonight in Sydney.
Yeah.
You might be out of luck if you're waiting till tomorrow for Melbourne, but yeah, tonight there might be a few more seats. So
you gotta
get them quick.
Gotta be quick. What I just realised is that you're touring quite a lot, so you've got a very jam-packed, tight schedule. Are you having any chance to sightsee and all that?
Yes and no. These last 3 shows are 3 in a row back-to-back, so we haven't... Thankfully, I've been here before, so I'm not super sad about it, but there hasn't been a lot of time for sightseeing. I had a little bit more time. We started the tour in New Zealand, which that was my first time in New Zealand, and really glad I got to see a little bit of that country. But yeah, no, I've done the sights. I've done the Opera House. I've done what's that? Not Bondi Beach, the other beach.
Bronte?
No.
Some beach.
It took a ferry to get there.
Oh, Manly Beach.
That's Manly Beach.
Yes.
Yeah, so Mark, you seem very focused on your solo career at the moment. Is there any chance you would go back to being in your band Down Here, I believe it was called?
Well, you never say never, you know, with rock bands, because there's always the chance that you might get together for, you know, whatever, a small tour or even another album. We don't know. But for now, that's not in the cards. Everyone has sort of moved on to other phases of life. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. With performing Queen and Freddie Mercury and all that, a lot of people, you know, recognise you as having such a similar voice as Freddie Mercury. Do you ever get nervous getting up on stage and, you know, performing such fantastic songs?
Having to live up to...
Yeah, having to live up to him, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely... I wouldn't say nervous, no, but there's definitely a pressure that I feel every night because even though I do sound like Freddie, I can't quite deliver the songs like Freddie did. You know how, I mean, if you've watched old Queen videos, you would quickly notice that Freddie took a lot of liberties with the melodies, and would avoid high notes in a very creative way, and it was fantastic. But it's not the way that people know the song from the album. And so I try to stick very close to the album recordings so that people get that, the most nostalgia bang for their buck. And so that requires a lot of, my voice being in good shape.
Yeah.
So, I can't, when I'm on the road, I can't, go partying after shows. That just doesn't work, or else, I can't recover. I've got to recover for the next day, especially like right now when it's 3 back-to-back.
Yeah.
So I have to be very careful, and because I know if I was in people's shoes coming to my show, I would want to hear me hitting all those high notes. So
yeah, of course, absolutely. Because I was watching a live performance of you last night, singing Under Pressure, and in that beautiful note in the middle of a song, where you get really high pitched, you delivered that so well. It was amazing how you did that live. That was amazing. Tell me, do you have a favorite Queen song?
That actually might be my favorite.
Under Pressure?
Just because I get to share the vocals with someone for once on stage that night.
Yes, because you really do show your vocal talent in that song.
Yeah, it's a great song. Actually, as far as a vocal song, I think it's hard to beat Somebody to Love. I think Freddie was really in the zone when he wrote the melody for that one. It just displays every aspect of his vocals.
Yeah.
So you can't get away from Bohemian Rhapsody. I also love performing "Love of My Life" because
I love that song too. Yeah,
we dedicate it to Freddie every night to his memory, and it's just a really sweet moment.
Yeah, it's a nice song. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're off tour, Mark, do you have to? Can you have days where you don't practice your singing and you don't do exercises, or do you really need to keep the intensity of practice up to be able to perform to the level you do?
Well, the shows themselves are more than enough to keep my voice in shape.
Right.
The more I'm on tour, the stronger my voice gets. Like if I take a few weeks off of tour for vacation, say, when I get back on tour, it's like, oh boy, I'm not quite as strong right now as I was at the end of the last tour.
Okay.
So no, I don't do any extra exercises when I'm on the road because the time that I'm not performing is just time to recuperate.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That does. So tell me, actually, my last question for you is it? Do you have another album coming out? Are you in the works of creating a new album? What's happening there?
Yeah, I'm actually originals or covers or anything.
Both, anything.
Well, I'm in the middle of finishing up a brand new My Way Volume 2, which is only Queen covers.
Oh my god!
Liam, calm down.
And that should be out October 19th, I believe, is the date.
Ooh.
So we'll have links on my Facebook page and website for pre-orders quite soon.
Oh, fantastic!
Nice.
My gosh, I know what I'm getting myself soon.
There you go. This is gifts, boys. All right.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Mark.
Thank you very much, Mark. It means a lot.
Enjoy the show tonight and all the best.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.